this is Kim again, and I'm glad to be back here. Today I am putting together the necklace from the focal beads we made a couple weeks ago. And there was a couple questions that was asked, and I wanted to respond to that. I tried to respond in the comments and it wouldn't let me, so I wanted to go ahead and respond to that. One of them was the tweezers that I use. They're 7 inches long, and I'll show them to you when I flip the camera around, but they're 7 inches long. They have a scoop on the end of them. I did do a search. I think I might have purchased these from a Walmart. It wasn't a local Walmart. It was somewhere like we were traveling, and there was a Walmart that had this, the tweezers with the scoop, and I bought it. But I found some on Amazon for, I think, around $7 and something. You might do a search, might find them cheaper, but I'll show those to you. But I did want to give that information out. Also, the other thing, the beads that I'm using, the majority of the beads that I'm using for this focal bead is coming from the October curated bead box. The bead boxes are something, I get Sam's, I get bead bargain bead box. Wendy hooked me onto those boxes, so I've still get the subscriptions for many of the boxes, not all of them, but a few of the boxes. I think 3 or 4 of them. And I'm going to be using, like I said, the beads out of the October curated bead box, as well as some Coriana chain. I can't help but when I make a piece of jewelry, think about Wendy, because she used the Coriana chain, and I'm so grateful for that. And I have a few beads, spacer beads, silver spacer beads that I'm going to be using out of my own stash. And then the tools, the normal tools that we'll use. And when I flip the camera around, I'll show you what I have here. The other pieces that I made, I'm going to do the big oval one, or teardrop, excuse me, teardrop one. And I still have the cross set to do, but I'll show you, when I flip the camera around, I'll show you those pieces up close and the beads that I have chosen to put that one together. I will not put it together today on this video, but I will put that together outside this video. So, but I will show you what I've chosen to put with that. Also, to the next video, it'll be a polymer clay video. We'll do some Christmas things. I've made a few weeks ago. I made some Christmas pieces, and we'll make some of those to get into the. I know it's kind of early, but I love Christmas. Anything having to do with Christ, and it is my. I love Thanksgiving too, but Christmas is my favorite holiday. So I really enjoy making things for Christmas as well. So, and then I'm hoping to do a video after that, perhaps still Christmas oriented probably, in a couple weeks, but the plan is I want to do, I had several people ask me to do the Mod Podge over wood pieces that I did, and out of the magazines and such. So we'll work on some of those as well. So I feel like we're going to have a lot of fun together, and I hope you'll enjoy these. Again, I appreciate everybody's comment. I appreciate your patience. And I love the ladies that have stepped up to do these videos and to keep Wendy's channel together. And I'm so grateful to Chris and I know this is hard. It can't be easy for him. and I'm very appreciative that he has chosen to continue this channel. And I want to encourage you all, if you haven't done it and you haven't gone back and you haven't seen Wendy's earlier videos, I'm still going through them and loving every one of them. And it's been amazing. Like I said in the last video, the detail that she had putting into her pieces, and she loved making jewelry, and I can so relate to that. So, and I told you all before that I do have a ministry. I had somebody ask about that as well, and I'll talk some about that. I work with, I believe I told you the last time, I work with parents who have, mostly parents who have had their kids removed from their home. So it's you know, it can be difficult sometimes, but for the most part, I really do love the parents, and I love the kids, and I really want to see families back together. And I know that most of you probably understand that our families have been torn apart, and I'm just wanting to help put them back together if I can. So I'm very grateful that God has given me the love for people that he has. And I think that's one reason why I connected with Wendy, is because I know that she did CASA, and CASA is basically going to court with the kids and being a representative for the children. And I actually checked into doing that when I had my 2 foster boys, but they wouldn't let me because it was considered a conflict of interest, and I couldn't do it. And I thought, well, maybe after the boys leave, maybe I'll do it. And then this ministry, God just birthed this in my heart, and now I'm doing this. But CASA is a great thing, you know, to be an advocate for kids who need that. And if you have a desire and you love kids, I would encourage you to do that, or foster care. Yeah, so there's, as you all know, there's a lot of kids that need a lot of help and a lot of love, and the parents do too. So, all right, so I'm going to turn this around. I'm going to pause it. I'm going to turn it around because I don't want to make you dizzy. And then I'll show you the tools, the beads that we're working with, and then we'll get started. Okay, looking forward to it. And again, I appreciate everybody's comments, and thank you for your patience with me. And hopefully I can do a better job for you, and it'll be great. So, and I love this community. Like I said, it's wonderful seeing the ladies on here, and the talent, the wire wrapping and the beading, and the different talent that we have is just amazing. And I'm very grateful because I'm learning too. So, but all right, so I want to stop this, turn it around, and we'll get started. Okay, so I'm back. These are the pieces that we put together. Put them on this black foam just so we can take a better look at them. And these are the pieces that we made. I put, what I did with those is I put triple thick. Yeah, it's called triple thick on them. And I did the fronts and the backs, both. Okay. I also doubled up. What I did, I cut these out, and you saw me cut these out, but I also cut out a second piece, and I attached them together to make it a little bit thicker. If you'll look, there we go, to make it a little bit thicker. So I attached the 2 pieces together, and I did it on all 3 pieces. I did the same thing for the crosses. Here's the crosses that we cut out. And again, I did the same thing. I put So the backs are real nice, as well as the fronts, right? So I did that on those 3 pieces as well. And here are the, let me pull those closer so you can see them. And they turned out so pretty. I called this the river run through. It's like a turquoise. It is so pretty. It's beautiful with gold and black and pink and, oh my goodness, a variety of things. There's the pearl. You can see the pearl around the water part of that. Orange, gold, silver, black. And then on the crosses, there's more of a concentration of the pink and the purples, okay, on those. So I'm going to put this down, bring my tray back up here, and I'll be putting this, like I said, I'll put this together, not today with you guys, but I'll do it off camera. But these are some of the beads that I have chosen to put with it. There is some of these are from Sam's Bead Box. And it's from the Viva Magenta box. So these are all from that. These are some beads out of my own stash that I have. So I've got a few of those. This is the Sam's. That came from Sam's as well. This one's from Sam's. And then this, again, these are my stash, my own stash, crystals from my own stash to give it a little more sparkle. So again, and these are from my stash, which are just spacers. I'm not sure if I'll use those or not, but when I get this piece finished, I will... I'll show you all those as well. But anyway, so this will, again, I'll do this at a later time. But I did want to show you that I've gone ahead and picked out a few things to put with those, the crosses. So I'll show you those the next time we get on here. Hopefully I'll have them finished by then. So there's that. One of the things that I remember Wendy doing, I loved how she was really organized. I am not organized. If you could see my room that I craft in, it really is a mess. But I loved how she was so organized, and I kind of did that even in honor of her, because she would have trays for future things she was going to do and put them together. And I think I had mentioned earlier, if you've not gone back and watched her earlier videos, you really need to do that. She did a lot of Dollar Tree hauls, just a variety of things. And it's just really amazing to see what she did. So this is the curated bead box that the majority of my beads from for these focal pieces are coming from. This is a curated bead box for October 2023. So this is where it's called Seriously Sassy, and this is where I'm using a few of the beads from that. Not all of them, but a few. So I'm going to move everything out of the way so that we can start creating. All right. And I put this on this phone because it's, again, like I said, I think that it shows up so nice off the black. But I'm going to put that away. This is pretty much my frame right here. And this is where I'm going to try to stay so that I don't go out of frame. I did want to show you these beads up closer. There's like a turquoise. This is basically what we're going to do. A lot of times I'll put it on the string that my beads come on. I save some of those, and it helps me just get an idea of what I want to do. So I'll string them on that to see if that's really what I want to do. So there's the turquoise beads. Then there's this one from, again, Seriously Sassy, and it's sort of a deep cranberry looking. Has a little bit of blue, some pinks or purples. That's not staying on there. Then this big white bead. The spacers here, these silver spacers are out of my stash. And then the purple, I love these purple pearls. And then the yellow pearl is from Seriously Sassy. And then I had the Tahoe beads were from there as well. It's sort of a purplish color. And then these, I think these were AB. Yeah, ABs. And I love them. Those came from there as well. And then this, again, matches the Toho beads. And it's I believe it's might be a 3 or 4 millimeter. I think it's a 4 millimeter maybe. And then the white ones are 5 millimeter, I think. But this, again, this came from the curated box. So I'm going to lay that down. We're going to remove this. The first thing I wanted to show you, I thought I had everything out here, but apparently I don't. So give me just a second. Well, I cannot believe, what did I do? Okay. Need to find my drill. For some reason, I cannot find my drill. I just had it, I thought. Okay, here it is. I keep it in this crazy looking box. Okay. So I have, the drill that I have is a push drill. Here it is. A push drill. And this is what I'm going to use to put my holes in my pieces here. I have another drill, but I don't see it. Yeah, I have another drill. It's a pin drill, or it's called a pin vise. But I'm going to use this. This one seems to work very well, so we will use this. Oops. Okay, so basically what I do, I got to get my second pair of glasses on so I can see. So basically what I do is I go pretty much right down from where this is. This is my top right here. I don't get too close because I don't want this to tear. Okay, it is clay. It's hard. I've coated it, so it should be fine. But I don't want it to. But I don't want it too far down too, because I can't get my. Veil in there. So I'm going to go right about here. And again, I try to do it in such a way that it's halfway between these two things. Let me do this. I need to get it closer so I can make sure I'm doing it in the middle. Okay. It will turn on you. So, okay, so here we go. All right, and it goes all the way through. See how it goes all the way through? I'm going to bring it back out. Okay, and we'll put it back in there. Make sure the hole is clean. And then I'm going to run it the back side and make sure it comes all the way through and it's clean from there too. So that's how I do my holes. Okay. Now, I haven't tried the bail. I'm hoping the bail that I chose for this is going to work. All right, so now we have the hole. If you can see, I have a hole. You can't really see it too well, but I have a hole in our focal piece, okay, and our teardrop. All right. All right. I also have mess on my mat now. Okay, so this one, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to set it over the side here so I can get a closer look, make sure I'm going to put it right there. Okay, and I kind of make a mark so I know where I'm at. All right, so right there it is. I'm going to pick it up, and you can see it's going in, right? And it's going through that clay, and it comes out on the other end. Okay. Again, there is our hole. Okay, and I'm going to go on the back side and make sure that that hole is cleaned out. And I'll run it back through there a couple times just to make sure that it's cleaned out. Now I have a bead awl right here, and sometimes just to get that edges around that to be clean, I'll put the awl in there just to help that, and it opens it up a little bit more too. Okay, yep, there you go. All right, I'm going to do the same thing on this one. Okay, and then again, like I said, this bead awl kind of helps with making the hole a little bit bigger for me. And also, when you go through, like anytime, like even if you put resin or anything on there, that resin, you know, some of that will, especially if you do it after you resin it, it's going to come out. So this just helps it work a little bit better. So there's those two pieces. All right, so let's do the last one. I'm going to do the hole. Try to eyeball them a little bit. Try to put the hole in the same place, if at all possible. So right here. All right, so I'm going to take it, and again I just do this. All right, it goes right through. Just a couple of twists, couple of pushes, and it goes right through. Again, I'm going to go to the back side where that came out, and if you can tell, you can see that triple thick, and that's what's on here, is the clay plus some of that triple thick. So I'm going to take my awl, do the same thing, and then do it again on the back. All right, there we go. Okay, so I've got our holes done. I'm going to set these aside. I want to clean my mat up here a little bit. Shake this off in my garbage can. All right. Okay. This, I was telling you about Wendy doing the Dollar Tree hauls, and this came from the Dollar Tree, this mat here. I really like it. I got one that's this color, and then I also got a pink one. I got them about a month or so ago, and I really like them. And again, it is going to hopefully help me stay in view for you guys. So hopefully that's another benefit to it. So let me put this away. Put my drill away. The funny thing was, I couldn't find my drill a while ago. But the funny thing about it was where it was supposed to be. So, all right. Everything else is not. All right. So here is our teardrop, focal bead, and earring pieces. So, again, this is what we're going to do. I'm going to put this on. I was going to do it directly on crayon chain, but I couldn't get it on there. It was I have a few of the Toho beads. These are the beads we're using. The Toho beads, the holes were just too small and it wouldn't go through. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this tiger's tail. Okay, and we're going to bead this up on the tiger tail, and then I'll attach it to the Coriana chain, and we'll finish it off. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do, I can't find my bead stopper, so again, this is a Dollar Tree deal. I'm going to put this on the end just until I can. Let's see, I think I'm going to go up on it some because I don't think I need all this. Okay, we'll go about right there. Okay, so again, I've got it on the end here, and this is my clip, basically my bead stopper. Okay, so we're just going to do the same thing that's here. Okay, we're going to use these, and then I will take them off the others. So first thing we do, great. All right, first thing we do is get one of the silver spacers, if I can get it. Okay. And then we're going to do the blue. Okay, then we're going to do a silver spacer. And then I'm going to do one of my deep, I don't know what those are called. They're 10 millimeter. These are 10 millimeter. It's called a 10 millimeter purple spot marble is what it's, is that right? Yeah. Yeah. So there's that. And then I'm going to do, again, I'm going to do one of the spacers and another one of the blues. Spacer. And then I'm going to do the white. And the reason why I use the white is to break up the colors. Because if you look at this, you know, these are some pretty bright colors. And I wanted to break up the two from each other and then put these lighter contrasting colors. So I didn't want it to be all bold because then it would take away from this focal bead, and I didn't want to do that. I wish you could see the sparkle, the metallics that are in this. It's absolutely beautiful. Okay, so let's go back to this. I've got to do a silver bead and a purple, and this is a purple. I love these. This is a purple pearl, glass pearl, and I love it. I think the purple ones are so pretty. Whoops. Okay, come on now. All right, and we're going to do another silver spacer. All right, so let me show you what we've got so far. This is what we have so far, okay? All right, so we have, we need to put on our yellow and spacer. Yellow, silver spacer. Come on now. Well, again, these are not wanting to cooperate. It's rolling around all over the place. Come on. There we go. All right, silver spacer. Then we're going to do another one of the purple pearls. Silver spacer. Okay, I'm back. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this end. What I've done is I ended up putting, I'll show you here real quick. I ended up putting a bead on either side of these two spacer beads. So because otherwise the pearl spacer bead, or not the pearl, the silver spacer beads would have gone inside of these right here, these. So what I did is put the white, the AB on either side of them so it wouldn't do that. Okay, so we're going to finish up the side. So I went ahead and I put some E6000 on my bell so it wouldn't, it would stay. And then I've finished this end here, and we're going to finish this other end. I'm not going to use the Coriana chain because I decided I don't want so many connections to be, I'm a little concerned about all the connections that would, because I couldn't bead on the Coriana chain. I didn't want to have to make a connection at each point here and then another connection at the other end, and yeah. So I just decided, what I've decided to do is use this chain. When I go to do the crosses, I'll probably use the Coriana chain on that. But I'm just going to use this chain here to finish out the necklace. Let me pull this down. We'll see if I can. Alright. I will pull it out a little bit. Let me I need to fix this. My camera is just misbehaving a little bit here. Okay. There we go. Okay. Sorry about the camera movement. But I wanted to make sure I get us in camera view here. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put on I'm going to go ahead and put on this lobster claw. Oh, not lobster claw, but I can't think of the word. And then I'm going to put on my, I'm just having all kinds of trouble with my words today. Then I'm going to put on my, well, print bead, all tangled up there. Now I want to make sure, again, that we don't get it too tight, right, where it doesn't have any movement, but I don't want it too loose either. So it would help if I put my glasses back on. And they're on my head. There we go. All right. So this is what we have. I don't want it to be poker straight. I want it to have a little bit of movement, right? Little bit of movement. Okay. All right. So I want to take this. Where's my minis? Get my mini here. And I want to squeeze this down. Yes. You know, the other side's so much easier to do than this side when you get to this point. I need to find my Zuron because it goes in there. The tips. Let's see if the tip on here is a little bit skinnier maybe. I need to get a hold of it. There we go. I want to be careful. Yeah, there we go. Well, I can't get a hold of it. Let's see if I can squeeze it with this. At least get it started. I had to charge my phone up. It died again. Let's see. Yeah, that's not going to do it. All right, let me see. I really think these little bitty ones, it will be the best to get the job done if I can get them in there. It's dark and I can't see real good. Okay. So, well, this is being rather difficult. All right. I hear my husband. I think he's getting ready to go to bed. Yeah. He's talking to the dog. Okay. So I want to get this down. This is not easy. See if I got. Yeah, that worked. Okay. Let me make sure it doesn't move around. No, it's not moving around. Okay. Okay. So now I'm going to close. Actually, let me put a little bit of E6000 on this. I used, here's my E6000, and I get the little tubes so they don't get so messed up. This is a new one I just opened. I just got these. I'll take a little bit of that, put the cap back on here, put it to the side, pull this up. Let me go ahead. I want to cut this off before I put that glue down. Okay. All right, and then I'm going to put this right here. All right. And then I'm going to take my pliers. And we're going to close it up. Type it on it a little bit. Okay, so it's all closed up. We've got a little bit of play in there, that's good. Okay, and then I'm going to take this, and Wendy showed me how to do this. I'm going to take this, and I'm just going to keep taking it to the tip and keep kind of rolling it, right? All right. There we go. All right. So this is what we have so far. I think that is so pretty. It's really, really pretty. All right. So let me get this tiger's tail out of the way. I'm going to put that up here. I'm going to pick up the... Oops. I'm going to pick this up. Throw that away. All right. Now, here is our chain. This is, let me see what kind of chain. I've got it right here. Fine cable chain is what it is. I think I got that. Might have been Hobby Lobby or something. I got that. All right, so what I'm going to do is I measured this, but just so you can see, I measured this, and this is, whoops. Let me pull this back. Measure it. Okay, so this measures about 11.5. This measures 11.5. And what I cut this 10.5. So I wanted about 22 inches long. And then I might end up putting a extension on it if I want to make it longer, but I think I like them around 22 inches is what I like it at. I'm looking, give me just a second here. Okay, here we go. Okay, so I'm going to use this. I can't use my left hand. I'm a righty. What I do is I take the tops of these, just like this, and I'm going to cut it in half. All right, cut it in half. Okay, cut it in half. So let's see where we have this at. right at the bottom. I might have to raise that up some. Yeah, there we go. Alright, I'm going to take my snippers. And I'm going to go right down here. And I'm going to cut right there. Alright, so here's where I want to snip it. Alright. Alright, so I'm going to get a 4 millimeter I need 2 of them. These of, alright, actually I need 2 more, 4 of them, there we go. These have magnet on it. Alright. So, I'm going to take this and take I cannot see. There it is. All right. So I'm going to take this and we're going to open this jump ring here, and you twist it back and forth, right? We don't pull them apart. We twist them side to side like that. All right. I'm going to put this in here. And I'm also going to attach it right here. All right, and then I'm going to close it up. And make sure when you close it up, you get a good connection here. And you can hear it click. I don't know if you heard that or not, but when it's in there right, you can hear it click. So there's that. Then let's get this one. And again, we're going to do a twist action, right? We're going to do come on, Kim. Here we go. Okay, we're going to twist it open like that. I'm going to get this one. Connect the end of that. And we're going to bring in this. Okay. All right. Then we're going to connect this. Hold on, Kim. There we go. And again, we're going to bring it back together, and we're going to make sure that we have a good connection right there. You can hear it snap. Don't know if you heard it. And then let me make sure there's a little bit of a edge there. I try to get mine flush because I don't like anything poking. So I kind of make sure it's not poking. We're good. Yeah, I think that's good. All right. Wait a minute. Let me a little bit more. There we go. Yep. All right. So there's that. All right. So to finish this out, I'm going to hold it up to me first, and then I'll lay it back down here. I want to see what it looks like or how it's going to hang. Oh, yeah. That's perfect for me. Okay. So I make my necklaces. It's hard. It's so hard, especially when I make the clay ones. You know, making them for other people, because there's a lot of work goes on into that. But I may keep this one. I'm not sure if I will or not. I'll either keep this set or I'll keep the cross set that I made. So, all right. Again, we're going to take this. We have, let me find it. Here it is. All right. So we're going to take this and this. All right. Now I use 4 millimeters on the end. I use 4 millimeter on the end to attach my my clasp or my claw here, and this is going to be where I put my, oops, that magnet is making a mess. Quit. I almost need to get my other, I've got some others out, or others. Okay. Again, it snaps, it clicks when it shuts. This one, yeah, no, I thought it was someone to tap it down though, a little bit. I think it's good. All right. And then, so there's that. Let me make sure this is good and secure. I think it is. It hasn't been opened, but yeah. Tap at it a couple times. Yeah, I don't like that. Here we go. All right. Yeah, that's better. Okay. And then I'm going to attach this over here. I got a hold of my skin. All right. And again, we're going to open this up. We're kind of twisting it. If I can get a good grip on it. There we go. All right. And I'm going to put this on this end. Come on now, quit. And then this is going to go here. Then we're going to close it back up. And then, you really heard the snap on that one. All right. Okay, I think it's good. I'm going to tap it down just a little bit, make sure it's all good. So here is our necklace. All right. So, I'll get this out. I'm going to put it back on the black. I'll set it right here while I make, we're going to make earrings real quick, and then we'll be done. It won't be but a minute on the earrings. But there's the necklace. I think that turned out so pretty. Okay. So, let's see if we can get these earrings done. Now that I have... This is what I'm basically doing for the earrings. I did one. I haven't finished the one. I like these rubber stoppers. I use rubber stoppers for my earrings as well. So it just I like the security of them. So what I did is I put a silver bead or spacer bead, then the 5mm purple, and then a spacer bead, then one of the blue ones, then a spacer, then one of the pearls, spacer, another one of the purples, and this. Now they're going to hang down. Let's see how far they're going to hang down. They're going to hang down about 2.5 inches, it looks like. But I think that'll work well. So what I'm going to do, again, I've got this on I've got this on a not a head pin, on an eye pin. And then all I do is I take it and I'm going to make about that far up. I'm going to bend it over. I'm going to cut off about this much of it. All right. Then we're going to roll this back and start rolling it back. And I'm going to change my position on my, there we go. Row, row, row. Okay. There's a little bit of plate. I don't like that. So we're going to redo this a little bit. I'm going to take this. I think I came too far with it. Okay. And then we're going to start, or roll it just like that. I'm going to cut off just a little bit of this. It's too long. Okay. It's hard to do this with the camera in the way. I'm just saying. All right, so here we go. There we go. And then I'm going to bring this back just a hair. All right. All right, so now I want to make sure I've got them front and back here. So I'm just going to take and turn that. Okay. And there we go. Okay. All right, so there's one. We're going to put the other one together right here. I'll take this. We're going to put spacer bead Now, if I can get a spacer bead. Spacer beads are being mean to me tonight. Okay. Come on. Okay, spacer bead. And then we're going to put one of the purple ones here. Another spacer bead. Okay. And then we're going to do, oh, I love this. This purple pearl. And then a spacer bead. Okay. And then the blue one. And a spacer bead. And, come on, spacer bead. And the purple, or the 5mm purple. Come on. There we go. And then spacer bead. And that's it. All right, this last one, we're just going to put it on like this. Okay, so this is what we've got. Again, same thing. Okay, right here. All right. So I'm going to take this. I'm going to do it at a 90-degree angle here. I'm going to cut quite a bit off because we don't need. And I always hold the end so that that thing don't shoot out. All right, my bead's trying to come off. All right. And then we're going to go and we're going to take this. We're going to start rolling it back. Rolling it back. Now this one I cut too short, but that's okay. Here we go. All right. So I'm going to take this, I'm going to straighten this up a little bit. Now I want to figure out which yeah, I think I want that away. So I'm going to take my ring. Oops. I'm being nimble finger here. Sorry, this is not cooperating. It's taking me so long. Okay. There we go. And then I'm going to put this just like this. Well, okay, she said she is, but what she does, what she says is two different things. Let's try this again. Get my silver bead back down there. Here we go. All right. I'll do this. Yeah, I cut that off way too short, but I think I can make it work. Here we go. All right. Okay. And again, I want to turn these. I want to turn these a little bit. This one's needs to be turned just a hair. Ah, that magnet is. Okay, let's do it this way. Here's this. And turn this around just a hair. Okay. Make sure that's okay. That's good. All right. All right. So on this end, I'm going to put another jump ring so that it goes through. Actually, I may need a bigger jump ring for those. I think I will. I don't think that's going to fit in there. Nope. All right, we'll have to have a bigger one. Do I have any big ones out here? Yep. Yeah, I did. I thought I put some out here, but I wasn't sure. There's another one. Okay. Because the earrings are so thick, we have to have a bigger one of these. All right. Okay. So I'm going to put this here. Now it'll might take some doing to get it in here, some maneuvering, because it is pretty thick, but we will get it for sure. I may have to get my awl back out and try to make these holes a little bit bigger. Let me do that. Now, so much for the earrings not taking long, huh? All right. There. And this will help me get that in, and then it'll close up a little bit, which is fine. All right. Get a good grip on this. Good grief, Kim. There it is. I see it. There it goes. There it goes. Yeah. It's just really difficult to get this in here. Because, like I said, it is thick. It is thick, for sure. So I think what I'm going to do, I'll take this. I'm going to go ahead, put this here, just like that. And this goes this way. I have got to get my other ones out. Yeah. There we go. Okay. All right. So this is going to go. I always like to put the where I have squeezed it back together inside the clay piece. I think it's better protection, so I'll turn that around there. There that is. And then we will attach our post. Not our post, but our fish hook. Right here. Just like that. So I want to take this away. All right, we're going to put this in here like this. All right, come on now. Here we go. Just like this. We're going to put this back down. Make sure it's closed up real good. All right, and then I'm going to do the same thing. I want to make sure this is closed up real good because it looked to me like it was a little bit crooked. All right. Just to here. There we go. All right. And there is our earring. It's a little on the long side. I may have to take a bead or two out of that. Yeah, that's pretty long. All right, I'm going to take this apart real quick because I think it's just a little bit too long. So I'm going to take this. We're going to get our hook out. Then I'm going to take these two off. Straighten this back up. And we'll straighten this back up to get those. I'm just going to take those two beads at the top off. Okay. Get these two beads off. That one. And I'm going to snip this off right here. All right. Get that bead off. All right. Yep. but that's much better. And then I'm going to take this and I'm going to go this way with it. And then we're going to take and we'll straighten it up just a hair. Okay. And then we'll take this and start rolling it. Straighten it up. Pick this back up. I want to tweak it because I want it to go that way. It has to go the same angle as the one here at the bottom. So we're going to hold it there. We're going to twist it. Here we go. Go ahead, put this on here. Now, let's do it this way. How? All right, that's what happens when you go to mess with it. It breaks off. All right, I'm going to pause it. I have to pause it. I'm going to have to get me another pen. Hold on. Okay, so let's try this again. I went ahead and put both of my new wires, eye pins. Okay, so let's try this again. We're going to take this, we're going to bend it over, come down about that far, bend it over. I'm going to take my snip it off. Come back here. Put this bead back on that fell off. It's all right, I got another one. I told you in the beginning that beads fall everywhere. Yeah, and I have extras. Well, that has happened. You've not seen them all. Okay, so here we go. We're going to do this. And then I'm going to take my... I'm going to take these. Start winding this back. Man, I am having a heck of a time with these pins. They are really, really hard. I'm going to go ahead, well, no, I think I'll go ahead and do it like this. Roll it down. Some of them are harder than others, and I don't know what the deal is. Okay. So again, I'm going to have to straighten that up. Okay, there. All right, that'll work. All right, and then I have this one we're going to do the same thing with. And again, I usually don't have this hard of a time with these, but for some reason it just did not want to cooperate. And again, I try to hold on to those so that they don't pop and fly everywhere. That's one thing I don't want flying everywhere. All right, again, I'm going to take my pliers and roll it. This one seems to be rolling all right. I don't, like I said, I don't know what the deal with some of those are. Well, no, it's kind of off too. These are really, really hard. Alright. Okay. Okay. This seems to be pretty straight. Okay, there's that one. This one needs to come down some. And we'll twist this. Here we go. Okay. All right. I'll put that on there. I think part of the problem, I didn't have a good enough grip on it. Here we go. That one's close tight. And then we're going to attach it on this end like that. So let me open this back up, get it around here. Open this up. Okay. Open this up. Make sure I got the front just like that. Yep. Just like that. Close this back up. Here we go. And again, I'm going to roll this to where it's inside the clay. Here we go. There we go. Bingo. Oh, did I do that wrong? No, I didn't. Thank goodness. Okay. All right. There's one earring, finally. All right. And let's put this other one together. Same thing. Let me get my hook. Fish hook. And we're going to attach that up here. Well, I thought it would fit in there, but turn it just a little bit more. Put it there. Okay. And then I'm going to put that back. We're going to make sure it's, yeah, all right. So here's this, just like that, all right. So I need to make that's like that. We're going to have to turn that just a hair. All right. All right. So I'm going to take this, open this back up. Give me a second, let me find it. It's inside the clay. Here it is. All right. So we're going to open this back up. Now, come on. Oh, man, this is, again, these are hard. Okay, so this is the front. This is just not going well. Okay, this is the front. We're going to connect just like that. Hold on tight, Kim. Move that. There we go. We had our little snap. Do want to make sure, yeah. Okay, good. We're going to put this inside the clay. We'll move it to the back. Yeah, there we go. All right. And then here is our other earring. Now I like to push those down a little bit. They lay better on your ear, but there they are. Okay, sorry we had some struggles with the earrings and stuff, but I think this turned out really pretty. Let me know what you think. And again, the next time we get together, I'm going to do some Christmas. We'll do some more polymer clay, and I'll do some Christmas things. I was going to, sorry about hitting the camera. I was going to plan on showing you some other pieces from this slab. I may do that in our next video when I go to do the Christmas things. I'll do that. So, alrighty. And again, I'm sorry this is long. It did take me a minute to get this together. But I hope you like it. So let me know. Please like, share, give us a thumbs up, and leave any comments that you have. And again, we appreciate everything, and I appreciate Chris for allowing us to do this and carry on Wendy's memory. And again, thank you everybody, and thank you for your patience, and I appreciate it. Have a great day. I'll talk to you later. Bye. Blessings.